Y'all, buckle all the way up because the gospel world has officially flatlined. Porsche Mann just caught her daddy, yes, David Mann, sneaking into a hotel suite with none other than Dr. Jackie. And baby, it was not for no healing prayer circle. Cameras were rolling, voices were screaming, wigs were slipping, and bystanders were gagging. Imagine pulling up to surprise your dad, only to find him boot up in room 713 with your mama's ex-doctor. Robe slightly open, Bible nowhere in sight. Porsche didn't just walk in, she stormed in like a season finale, and let's just say, she left with receipts, rage, and 3 million views in 30 minutes. You betrayed mom, she yelled as hotel security tried to pry her off the room door like it was a revival altar. Chili, where's Tyler Perry when you need him? Is this the real reason Tamla collapsed? Was Dr. Jackie healing or hustling, and how long has this little him hopping been going on? Stay tuned, because what Porsche saw behind that hotel door might just blow the lid off the entire gospel elite. This ain't just drama, it's divine betrayal, and we've got the holy receipts. When Porsche Mann pulled up to that hotel, she thought she was catching her dad in a quick business meeting. What she didn't expect was to open the door and see Dr. Jackie standing there in a silk robe, sipping cucumber water like it was a self-care retreat. Sis, this wasn't no medical consultation, this was a full-blown scandal wrapped in satin and secrets. Let's rewind. For weeks, whispers were flying through Atlanta's gospel circles like an unauthorized church newsletter. People were saying something was off with the Mann family. Tamla was missing public appearances. David looked a little too moisturized lately. And Porsche? She'd gone silent on socials. No cute reels, no praise breaks, just static. Now we know why. According to a close source, aka the hotel concierge who accidentally recognized them from Meet the Browns, David Mann had been frequenting the presidential suite at the Whispering Pines Hotel every Thursday night. And guess who checked in right before him? Dr. Jackie, rocking a trench coat and sunglasses like she was auditioning for a Bet Plus thriller. The source claims they'd always request champagne, fruit trays, and extra pillows. Ain't no doctor-patient confidentiality requiring strawberries and silk pillowcases. Porsche had it. Apparently, she was tipped off by a mystery DM. Yes, y'all, the devil works hard, but the gospel streets work harder. Someone sent her a blurry photo of her dad walking into the hotel lobby, hand in hand with Dr. Jackie and Porsche. She pulled up like a one-woman SWAT team with Jesus in the passenger seat and vengeance in her back pocket. Now let's remember, this isn't just a casual scandal. This is Dr. Jackie, the same woman who Tamla once trusted with her life, the same woman who stood beside the family during Tamla's so-called collapse, feeding the public that carefully curated narrative of health complications. But behind the 4 drips and staged press statements, was she really just positioning herself as the next First Lady of Gospel Chile? If betrayal was a medical condition, this would be a full-blown pandemic. Porsche kicked that hotel room door like it owed her tithes. The moment the door swung open, it was chaos. David allegedly screamed, "It's not what it looks like." Meanwhile, Dr. Jackie reportedly snatched a throw blanket and tried to hide behind a room divider. Girl, it's too late. The robe was already open, and the camera was already rolling. Porsche went off. Witnesses say she screamed, "You lied to mom. You said you were going to church, and you came here to lay hands on her." Y'all, security had to step in when staff member, bless her heart, said she's never seen someone speak in tongues and throw a purse in the same breath. But don't get it twisted. This isn't just about one messy night in a hotel room. This is the tip of the iceberg, and that iceberg is melting faster than David's gospel reputation. Let's not forget, this man was out here promoting godly marriage seminars while apparently playing spiritual twister behind the scenes. And Dr. Jackie? Honey, the mask is off. No more pearl clutching. No more soft-spoken confessions. The same woman who claimed she was led by the Lord to help Tamla through her health scare was apparently leading herself right into David's arms. Her medical license may still be intact, but her moral compass? Fully shattered. And just when you thought it couldn't get worse, Guess who leaked the hotel footage? The housekeeping manager. Yes, ma'am. A worker who claims she was tired of cleaning up sin and silence dropped the hotel's hallway surveillance straight to a gossip blog, and within hours, it hit Instagram like the second coming. The video showed Porsche pacing the hallway, breathing heavy, psyching herself up, then bam kick, scream, and chaos. Now the whole world knows. The Mann family's drama isn't just a private affair, it's front-page scandal material. Gospel fans are shook, church aunties are fainting. Twitter is on fire. Here's what one post said: "Not Dr. Jackie laying hands on someone else's husband like it's a revival, ma'am. This ain't your altar." Another user commented, "Tamla Mann gave us Take Me to the King and David gave her a backstage pass to betrayal?" And the fallout didn't stop there. By the end of the day, Tamla reportedly unfollowed both David and Dr. Jackie on Instagram. Now you know when the saints unfollow, it's a spiritual war. Her reps haven't issued a statement, but sources say she's heartbroken, humiliated, and quietly consulting with legal counsel. And honestly, who could blame her? Because let's not forget, David and Tamla weren't just a couple. They were brand partners, gospel royalty, the king and queen of faith-based entertainment. And now, thanks to one hotel door, one secret rendezvous, and one pissed-off daughter with a good camera angle, everything is at risk. And just when we think the worst is over. When Porsche burst into that room, what she found wasn't just her daddy in a compromising position, it was a full-blown betrayal, steaming hotter than a Sunday pot roast left on high. David Mann, still wearing that Deacon of the Year smile, had the nerve to pretend it was all just a spiritual check-in. Chilly, David said, and I quote from one of Porsche's now deleted IG stories, "We were just praying for her. Clinic, and her soul praying. Sir, we've seen altar calls and we've seen after dark calls, and what Porsche walked into was not prayer. There were candles, there was wine, there was soft jazz. And don't forget the room key had David's name on it, and Jackie's robe was on the floor like someone had laid hands in the most unholy way." Now here's where it gets messy. Porsche didn't just scream and leave. No ma'am, this was Porsche Mann, daughter of gospel royalty and self-appointed protector of Tamla's throne. She pulled out her phone, went live on Instagram, and the footage was pure chaotic salvation. "Y'all look at this. Look at my daddy with Drive Jackie in a hotel. My mom is in recovery and you out here doing the devil's work." Within minutes, hashtag David Mann exposed and hashtag Drive Jackie Hotel Gate were trending nationwide. Twitter theologians, YouTube prophets, and Facebook aunties had a field day. Memes were flying like doves at a gospel funeral. One meme had Tamla standing in heaven, with her arms folded like, "I ain't dead, but I'm done." Another showed Dr. Jackie photoshopped into the Last Supper, whispering in Judas's ear. But wait, here's where the fake receipts start flying in, according to a leaked email allegedly sent by a hotel staff member named Brother Lenny, who may or may not be real. David Mann had been renting that same suite every Friday night for private healing sessions. Not for Tamla, not for prayer groups, but for Dr. Jackie only. The email even claimed David would bring organic strawberries, a BLUETOOTH speaker that only played Luther Vandross and Marvin Sapp, and a custom silk pillow embroidered with the initials JM, that's Jackie Marie for those keeping score at home. Meanwhile, Dr. Jackie tried to do some damage control of her own. She jumped on her YouTube channel the very next morning in a soft pink turtleneck and faux tears, talking about, "We were just discussing wellness. Tamla has been through so much. David needed emotional support. Girl, what kind of emotional support needs wine glasses to robes and a do not disturb sign?" Even church leaders started chiming in. Bishop Reggie McClinton, who once toured with the Manns in their gospel theater days, went live and said, "This ain't the David I knew. That man used to cry over communion bread. Now he out here cheating with the communion doctor." Then came the screenshots. One user named @ReceiptsForJesus dropped alleged text messages between Dr. Jackie and David that dated back months. One message read, "Last night was divine. You always make me feel like more than just a doctor," and his response, "You are more. You're the peace Tamla can't give me anymore." Boom, the internet practically exploded. Porsche, meanwhile, went radio silent for about 5 hours only to come back with a follow-up video of her crying in the car, saying, "I didn't want to do this, but they lied to my face. My mom deserves better. Y'all think gospel is safe. It ain't. These people are performing on and off stage." Then, in the biggest twist of the hour, a mysterious Uber Eats driver posted a TikTok claiming they delivered to that same hotel suite a few weeks ago. I swear it was David Mann. He had on sunglasses inside, and the lady with him wasn't Tamla. She was real skinny and had a stethoscope in her purse. A stethoscope, y'all, in her purse. But let's not act like this is David's first suspicious act. Gospel insiders have been whispering for years about his prayer breakfasts running a little too long. Some even say his backstage rider included a bottle of massage oil and a mirror with LED lights. That ain't the setup for a sermon, baby, that's for somebody's side hustle. And let's not forget, Dr. Jackie has history. She was once rumored to have gotten a little too close to another gospel husband back in 2019, a choir director from Memphis who mysteriously resigned mid-tour. Folks tried to sweep it under the holy rug, but baby Porsche Mann just yanked that rug clean off. Now, the gospel world is split. Half of the fans are rallying behind Porsche, calling her a warrior, daughter of Zion who did what needed to be done. The other half are side-eyeing David like he just stole tithes. Even Bet Gospel posted a cryptic tweet. Not all confessions happen at the altar. So where does that leave Tamla Mann? Reports say she's still at home recovering from her recent collapse, which some fans now believe was not just a health scare, but the result of heartbreak. One fan even speculated that Tamla sensed something was wrong spiritually, which caused her body to shut down. Meanwhile, Dr. Jackie was reportedly spotted sneaking into a private church retreat center in Atlanta, wearing oversized shades and what appeared to be a wig. Sources say she canceled 3 patient appointments and told her staff she was doing a spiritual detox. But the fire is far from over because Porsche Mann just filed for a temporary restraining order against her father, yes, her own daddy, claiming emotional distress and threatening behavior after the hotel incident, and that, dear saints, is where things take a very legal turn. The next morning, a full-blown media circus. Tamla Mann's name was trending next to prayer warriors and divorce attorneys. Fans were in disbelief. Church aunties were rebuking demons on Facebook Live, and somewhere deep in the shade corners of Instagram, someone posted the exact type of hotel lotion found in Dr. Jackie's purse. And it matched the brand used at the hotel Porsche exposed. Coincidence? Please, and don't even get me started on David. His statement, if you can call it that, was a dry Instagram story that said, "People only know half the story. God knows my heart, baby. God knows your heart." Well, the internet knows your hotel keycard history, and that seems to say a whole lot more than a Bible verse caption, okay? Meanwhile, Porsche, unapologetic, she went back on Live, this time in a full glam beat and a hoodie that read, "Holy, but I will still drag you." She doubled down, tripled down, quadrupled. She said it straight. Y'all want me to be quiet? Be respectful? Well, maybe Dad should have respected Mom's vows before getting spiritual with Jackie in room 713, who you? But here's where it takes an even darker twist. Leaked hospital documents, allegedly smuggled out by an anonymous nurse with nothing to lose, revealed that Tamla's first collapse wasn't due to stress or blood pressure. Nope, the notes cited extreme emotional trauma and betrayal-induced cardiac instability. Yup, that's right. Not even your favorite Grey's Anatomy episode had this level of gospel plot. Now church board members are getting involved. Rumors are swirling that Deacon Charles tried to confront David at rehearsal and got escorted out by 3 ushers and a praise dancer. Even worse, the choir director just quit mid-praise, yelling, "I will not harmonize with demons," before tossing his robe and slamming the tambourine to the floor. Gospel radio shows are now dragging Dr. Jackie on air. Sister Bernice From 100.7 Holy Praise said, and I quote, "I always said that woman looked like she carried too many secrets under that white coat. MMHM, and now we know she was out here prescribing herself somebody else's husband." The almonds in the background were so loud. I'm pretty sure the FCC considered shutting the station down. Now, behind closed doors, legal teams are apparently gearing up. Porsche is considering filing a civil suit for emotional sabotage and familial fraud. Don't laugh, it's real. There's even talk that Tamela might sue both Jackie and David for malpractice, defamation, and spiritual warfare. You can't make this stuff up. Actually, we can. And we just did. Even Gospel Award organizers are panicking. David was set to host next month's Gospel Honors celebration, but now? Word is the event has quietly removed him from promo flyers and replaced his name with special guest GBD. Chilly, the only thing TBD is whether David shows up with a date or a defense lawyer. And guess what? Just as the dust started to settle, boom, a voicemail leaked, allegedly from Dr. Jackie to David. You can hear her whispering, "I just wanted one night. One night to feel seen, baby. One night to feel seen. Who does she think she is? Fantasia." You felt seen alright by Porsche, by hotel staff, by the security camera, and now by the entire internet. Seen, exposed, and judged. To make things even messier, an old friend of the Mann family, some cousin nobody's heard from in 10 years, went on TikTok and spilled that this wasn't the first time David and Dr. Jackie had been caught alone. Back in 2008, I saw them hugging too long at a Christmas party. She claimed that wasn't no holy hug. That was a meet me in the back pew after service hug. The video has over 2 million views and counting. Now look, we can't confirm all of this, but what we can confirm is that something is rotten in the sanctuary, and it ain't the communion bread. Meanwhile, Tamela is still silent. Completely silent, no interviews, no statements, just one Instagram story with a black screen and the words, "God is my strength." Y'all will see soon, and that's all it took for the entire gospel internet to go into meltdown mode. Speculation is running wild. Is she preparing for a tell-all? A divorce? A gospel album titled Betrayed but Blessed? Even Kirk Franklin was spotted liking shady tweets about the situation, and Leckery posted a photo with the caption, "Sometimes healing starts with leaving, These church folks don't need shade trees. They are the shade. The real question now is, who's telling the truth? Was Porsche just protecting her mama? Was David manipulated by Dr. Jackie? Or are they all complicit in a twisted, holy mess of lies, lust, and hotel loyalty points? What we do know? The gospel community is shook, the group chats are buzzing, and not even Sunday service can fix this PR disaster. From an outsider's view, it looks like the Mann family has hit a breaking point. From an insider's view, oh, baby, this is just season 1 of a gospel drama Netflix wishes it could produce. And if there's one thing this saga has taught us, it's this: never trust a man who quotes scripture while checking into a Marriott with a woman who ain't his wife. Period. So what's next? A press conference, a redemption tour, or a Sunday showdown on the Real Housewives of the Revival tent? Whatever it is, you already know we'll be here with the popcorn, the Bible verses, and the tea, because this ain't over. Not by a long shot. And there you have it, the betrayal no one saw coming, but everyone low-key suspected. A daughter's heart shattered in a hotel hallway, a gospel dynasty on the verge of collapse, and Dr. Jackie looking real cozy in someone else's prayers. The question ain't just what happened in that room. It's how long has this been happening behind Tamela's back? Is this just the tip of the gospel iceberg? Or have we been watching a slow-motion car crash this whole time and pretending it was a sermon? Let's be clear, Porsche Mann didn't just catch her daddy slippin'. She caught an entire legacy cracking at the seams. This isn't just a scandal, it's a spiritual earthquake, and the aftershocks are hitting everyone from YouTube to the pulpit. So now, we want to hear from you. Do you believe this was a one-time counseling session, or has Dr. Jackie been playing house with Bishop Mann for years? Should Tamala finally walk away for good? Should Porsche release the surveillance footage she accidentally recorded? Drop your theories, sermons, and shade in the comments right now because this ain't over, not by a long shot. And if you want the exclusive tea first, before the choir, the congregation, and even the deacons know, hit that like, smash, that subscribe, and ring the bell like you're calling the ushers because, honey, this story's still unraveling, and when the next prayer circle explodes, you better be front row. Stay tuned.